First thing you're probably going to be doing is go on Yelp and search Muay Thai. And as you go on Yelp, you look at the reviews to see which one fits you best. The truth is, reviews are not going to cut it. You have to personally visit the gyms and try it out. Before we get into the details of what a good gym would be like, let me tell you about the two types of Muay Thai you might run into. The first type of Muay Thai you might run into is a traditional Muay Thai, and the second type of Muay Thai you might run into is an MMA-based Muay Thai. Now, what are the differences? With traditional Muay Thai, you typically stand with a taller stance, with your feet closer to each other. With training, you will be doing a lot of Thai pads. Most sparring sessions would be flow, and hard sparring is typically mostly for the ones that are fighting. With MMA-based Muay Thai, the stance is a little bit lower, your feet farther apart, because in MMA, you have to worry about takedowns. Training typically consists of combinations similar to the Dutch-style kickboxing, and hard sparring happens more often. Now that we discussed those two, it's totally up to you to decide which one you like better. If you already have some grappling in your background and you want to transition into MMA, then of course the MMA base would be better for you. But if you're more interested in just being a Nak Muay and doing Muay Thai fights, no MMA whatsoever, then maybe the traditional is better for you. Either way, there's no right or wrong answer for this. Each style has their own pros and cons. Now, what are the good signs of a good gym? If you're just starting, you have to pay attention to their beginner's class. Lots of gyms display their belts, their achievements to showcase their success. But as someone who's just starting, you don't have to worry about those. The main thing that you have to pay attention to is how they treat their beginners. There are many gyms that produce good fighters, but often neglect their beginners. Pay attention to how the beginner's class is being run. Are they just on their phone? Are they paying attention? Are they walking around making sure that you're doing the technique properly? Are they answering your questions? Are they friendly? Are they welcoming? Do they show you the same amount of respect that they show their fighters? Those are some of the important things that you have to look for in a good gym. If they don't care about the people that are just starting out and are only focused on their competitive fighters, leave that gym immediately. To add to that, pay attention to the culture of the gym. Does the gym have good leadership? Do they allow ego training? Do they treat the casuals the same way that they treat the professional fighters? Now, as much as I love Yelp, with reviews typically being accurate, I still would go check out multiple gyms to try them out, because your experience might be different than others and your personality is also different than others. Once you do the process of elimination, we can now proceed to number 2, and that is finding the right training partner. On the first days or weeks of training, you're going to be looking around for people who you want to work with or people who are willing to work with you. A lot of times, the consistent people at the gym already have their designated training partner. If you don't have that yet, don't panic. Do your best to try to work with someone at the same skill level as you or just a little bit above you. And if you're lucky, maybe someone the same size as you. That's just the superficial part of it. Now let's get into the deeper part. Make sure you find someone that is willing to learn. Make sure that the attitude of this person is just like yours. Someone who looks forward to training, someone who is having fun, and someone who's willing to push you. If that's not the case, go look for another person. Actually, before we move on to the next one, let me emphasize this. No one talks about this enough. If your training partner does not have good hygiene, find another one. The third tip would be utilize the coaches. The coaches are there to help you. Don't hesitate to ask them questions. A lot of times, you're probably not going to get the first technique right, and that's okay. So, of course, be coachable. Even the intermediate and the advanced don't even get the techniques properly all the time. So if you have any questions on the techniques, make sure to ask your coach. Don't hesitate. They're there to help you. They're there to improve and polish your skills. And whenever there's a constructive criticism by them, don't take it the wrong way and improve from there. Once you find your place in a gym, you'll probably feel like this is home. That'll be good. So let me take you to the fourth one, and that is take care of yourself. What do I mean by that? As fun as Muay Thai is, there's going to be some pain, and that's just the reality of it. So make sure you do everything necessary for your recovery, whether it's stretching, mobility work, active recovery, eating properly, vitamins, supplements, all these good things. Make sure you do that. Taking care of your hygiene also matters. So make sure that you wipe down your gloves, you disinfect them, make sure you go in the gym clean for better experience for others. For the fifth one, it's learning outside of the gym. We've heard the saying that you learn more outside of school than in school. Well, that doesn't fully apply in Muay Thai because you do learn a lot in class. However, your skills will drastically improve if you learn outside of the class. There's Instagram, there's YouTube, there's multiple different platforms now in which you can see different techniques, different flavors, and different approach. You're always encouraged to write notes, and maybe you can try it with your training partner in class. Last but not least, never forget to say whenever you land a good combination, a good strike, or whatever it may be. All of these things that I just told you are based on my experience. If you have any more questions, let me know in the comments below, and I will be very happy to answer them for you. I'm out. Peace. Away.